Hello everybody, and welcome to the latest Worlds.zzt live stream, where today we're playing something a bit unusual, I would say. This is one of the patron stream themes, which was simply a game that was based on current events at the time. There's actually not a huge amount of those. The ones I can think of are all like really boring kind of bad games. Like if you want to play Hillary's Healthcare, that's that's one. But that's not a very good one. But this game did come to mind at one point when I was just flipping through 24 hours of ZZT games. I saw the title screen and I thought, "Oh wow, this is going to be really bad, huh?" And then I played it, and it was actually a pleasant surprise. This is also, as you will note, being referred to as GRINWAR.zzt, because it is a game by Grinch, and the 24 hours of ZZT contest it was made for had the topic of war. That is because I have to, publish this video places, and if we look at our title screen, not the best look at the start. This is Anti-Muslims by Grinch. So this game is created in 2002, autumn 2002, for a 24 hours of ZZT contest. And as you might expect, post 9/11 in the ZZT community, the edgy teenage boys club that it was slowly becoming at that time, there's plenty of not good 9/11 related games out there. But this one stands out because it's actually kind of dealing with a heavy subject seriously. This game is about being an Islamic child in the United States in the aftermath of 9/11 and what that makes life like. And seeing a ZZT game try and tackle like an actual sensitive subject like that with respect is kind of a rarity. I will still say this game is far from perfect. Again, it was made in a day. You are not going to get any brilliant takes here. There's going to be some light racial terms directed at our protagonist. But I think this one is kind of neat, just that it exists, especially in the community that it managed to exist in. Unfortunately, this 24 hours of ZZT never got properly judged. The host did end up declaring one of the games the winner, just to let the tradition continue where the winner of the previous would host the next, but there's never been any official scores for this one. Content warnings. I mean, just imagine what a teenager would make a ZZT game about from this perspective. It's mostly just a child getting bullied, like, and getting called some things that you should not call a child. It's not nearly as bad as it could be. This could very, very easily have gone in an incredibly dark direction, whether that be deliberately or not. But in contrast to our, I don't know, playing like The Thief again, where it's like, oh no, the thief has a magic wand and he's summoning lions and he's going to take over the world. It's definitely heavier than that. I don't think there's going to be anything too dreadful, and the point that the game is trying to make is slightly undermined. I don't know, we'll see. Let's just get right to it. That's true. The Thief 3 definitely has its own issues to tackle. Let's get into this. This probably won't take long. I grabbed one other 24 hours of ZZT game, vaguely similarly related. That's a bit more of the... It still ain't shitty to play, I will say that much, but it's a bit more in tune with the American super patriotism post 9/11. This is a Mystical Winds production. Let's actually get right into it here. See, here we go. This could be offensive to some people. While making this game, I did not intend to be prejudiced in any way whatsoever. I just thought I would try looking at this war against terrorism in a different perspective. War doesn't just affect the lives of soldiers gone to war, but to us all, even to our enemies. Grinch. Like, this is still gonna be a pretty basic take of like, hey, these like nationalistic wars aren't good. There's a shortcut through this alleyway. We'll save at least 10 minutes. I don't know, it's quite dark. Don't worry, I'll protect you. It's not me I'm worried about. You worry too much, we'll be fine. Alright, but let's hurry. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not intending to do that, but his wording sure makes it sound like that. I do fully take this game in good faith. Here's a man with a knife. As the young couple entered the alleyway, they were followed by a man equipped with a knife. He slowly approached the couple from behind and grabbed the man. Well, 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 looky here, if it ain't one of those, you know, and his girlfriend. Let him go. No, terrorists shouldn't be roaming around the streets without leashes. Who knows what he has hiding under his jacket? People like you should be locked up. Hey, I don't like your attitude. I'm gonna have to teach you some manners. Please leave him alone. He has done nothing wrong. Except bring war to this country. Him and his terrorist friends. We lived in peace until they came and fucked things up. I'm not a terrorist. I've lived here my whole life. You terrorists sure like to lie. Hey, sweet cheeks. Why choose a stinking, you know. Well, okay, Muslim obviously isn't a slur, but I don't want to record myself saying that phrase in totality there. You can have this dude, this charming man, instead. Because he at least has a little class. You not see this fucking knife in my hand, do you? Appreciate it if you showed it a bit of fucking respect. Hey, relax. Relax? Are you telling me to relax? I can't believe this. Because of you that I can't relax. I'm not a terrorist. Oh, but you are. And we can't be living in fear anymore. Not in our own fucking home country. Like stabs the man in the chest, across the neck. I guess that's 2 different stabs. Then flees. So, like, it sucks shit. Actually. Further news, there's been yet another murder in this war. Like, just this framing here. There's been yet another murder in this war against terrorism. Latest victim, Ali Yaman, was on his way to a relative's house with his wife when they were attacked by a white male. They decided to take a shortcut through an alleyway just off of Front Street when attacked and assaulted with a knife. Ali Yaman was stabbed twice, dying on the spot, while his wife Sarah remained uninjured. Police are on the lookout for a white male in his late 20s to mid-30s, approximately 5'9", brown hair and brown eyes. If anyone has any information whatsoever, please contact your local police. This is the 5th murder this week in relation to terrorism. It is at the point where it is uncertain who the terrorists really are. This is Kathy Summers, KLH News Dresden. Have a good morning. Oh dear, not again. The streets are getting more unsafe by... Oh, this text is a little too fast. What if... Rare, slow down. Did we do anything wrong? No, it's because people don't understand different cultures and they like to blame all of their problems on other people. It's not fair. No, it isn't. But that's enough talk about that for now. It's time for school. I don't want to go. The kids keep calling me names. Just ignore them, please. One day this will all be over with. I'm scared. We all are, Iman. We all are. That's still some fast text. We get to play as Iman. There's not... Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be another thing. Like, just the portrayal of them, they are still being othered, in a sense here. Like I said, this is not a brilliant game, it's just one it stands out. Get lunch. Not a lot of interaction, but again, when you only have 24 hours to make something, that's okay. Get the cool advice of, if anybody is bullying you, just ignore them. That always works great. Taking a deep breath, you head out the door. When was the last time you didn't hesitate leaving the house, you wonder to yourself? Too long. Dresden is a shitty place to live. No wonder there's so much crime. It has nothing to do with anti-Muslim groups. It's just some idiots stirring up trouble. So yeah, the army is just like posted on the streets here. And I mean, this guy's a piece of shit. It's hard to know who to trust nowadays. We, the soldiers, represent the good of our nation, but there is so much racism and hate going on in the army. At this rate, there will never be world peace. We've been given orders to guard the streets from the anti-Muslims, and now you can feel a little safer on the streets. This incredible world in which the United States military is set out to help these poor people who are being attacked. Anyways, it's time to get on the slender school bus. I do like this board, though. It's a very nice public school. I hate school. It's very accurate, too. Hang around outside, as kids love to do. This one kid's like, oh no, something bad happened. Hey, did you know this guy? Because he was also a Muslim. Feel safe at night? I don't. Seems like nobody does. Don't listen to those kids that tease you. They don't know better. Some adults don't either. They are just as scared as you are. I know I am. Classic ZZT classroom. 2 empty seats, though. We don't know which one's ours. We can't actually talk to anybody else, though. What do you got for us, Teach? Take a seat, and we'll get started. Good morning, class. How are we today? The class enthusiastically responds. Good. Before we take our homework up from last night, I'd like to take the time to talk about what has been going on in the news in the last little while. Anyone here know what I'm talking about? Yes, the murders. Well, yes, but I don't think we should focus on the murders alone, or on what we should do to protect ourselves from this happening to us. As long as we aren't Islamic, why worry? Duke, that is enough. This is a sensitive topic and it affects us all. If you don't wish to participate, please go out in the hall. Do you want to go out in the hall? No, ma'am. Okay, does anyone have any questions? Yes, I am. I'm scared. I can barely sleep at night, and I have a hard time just walking outside my apartment. It's been almost a year since I've been able to go hang out with my friends without worry. Wuss. You know how you must feel, Ayan. There are some cruel people out there. Even I am scared to go outside. The streets aren't very safe anymore. But things may change now that the military has placed some guards on the street to protect us. Yes, but even they do not like Islamic people. I was hit this morning by one of the soldiers. Way to go. Shut up, Duke. Duke, settle down. One more outburst and I'm sending you to the principal's office. Yes, ma'am. You say one of the guards hit you today, Imam? Yes, he told me that it was his job to protect the city, but it didn't mean he liked Islamic people. Who would blame him? The only reason why we are at war is because of you terrorists. Duke, take that back. We are not terrorists, jackass. Imam, you want to say that to my face? Gladly. Children. Anyways, now we get to fight this kid, who seems to be having a time. The first time I played this, I was kind of hoping that, like, what I was supposed to do was maybe, like, you know, run to the authority figure who was supposed to, like, keep things under control here, but no. Your options are to endlessly run around the classroom or slug the kid. Maybe not. Okay, yeah. My health is draining fast. There we go. I ouched him once. There we go. I learned how to fight. Kind of. It's probably a little too late. Yeah, let's just... This is just what happens when you're like, well, my game needs gameplay. How long does this go on for? Well, what a way to go. Right, none of the kids will help me? Nobody? This wouldn't be bad if you didn't have to hit him so many times. Oh my goodness, come on. There we go. I knocked this child out. Fuck you, Duke. Come on, go to the principal's office now! We don't tolerate behavior like that in this classroom, no matter how much someone annoys us. Now we get the proper passage out, after just everybody was perfectly fine letting that happen. Got in trouble for throwing a bunch of frogs in the girls' change room. But it was well worth it. Oof. Got vomited on. Alright, now we gotta wait patiently. See the principal. Don't shut the door on us. So what's this I hear about you fighting? Duke was picking on me again, so I lost my cool. You know that we don't tolerate behavior like this. Mrs. Nancy paged us and said that Duke had to be rushed to the hospital. What do you have to say to that? Sorry, we're going to have to send you home for a few days. If you can't control your anger, you shouldn't be here. But, you know the rules. Duke won't be coming back either. There are rules that apply to this school, and they have to be obeyed. Otherwise, you must suffer the consequences. I'm sorry. I've never had trouble with you before, and I hope this is not going to be a continuous thing. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Yes, sir. Okay, you may leave. Oh, in the meantime, go into the first aid box and fix yourself up. You look terrible. Yeah, the public school system ain't the greatest. He's got a phone call from the chief of police. Apparently, there's been a lot of warfare going on in the last hour. There's also been a rumor that the anti-Muslims are planning on holding the school hostage. We were asked to send the children home immediately. Okay, I'll notify the teachers. You know. Like, I don't know, it just has to... It really organizes these people. Oh no, it will not be coming in. Well, wait. Well, I mean, Ivan is not going to take justice into his own hands. So, conveniently, as the entire school evacuates... There's a lot of commotion outside today. I wonder what's going on. Maybe we should turn on the news. Riots have spread all through Dresden. Not even the army has the power to calm the angry streets. Oh dear, I hope Iman is okay. I shouldn't have sent him to school this morning. He had his doubts. He has his doubts every morning. Don't worry about it. I'm sure he's fine. This just in. A local school bus has been hijacked. After threats of Dresden Public School being held hostage, Principal Jake O'Donnell had no choice but to send his students home early. No more information has been given to us, but it is believed that there are about 40 children on the bus. Iman could be on that bus. What do we do? I've had enough of this bullshit. It's been going on for too long. What are you going to do? Don't do anything stupid. I'm going out there. It'll be stupid just sitting in here waiting to see if Iman makes it home alive. When it comes to war, people are like animals, showing no mercy. I'm not going to take it anymore. Here. So now we're the dad. Please, Aisa. Reconsider what you are doing here. Don't do anything stupid. Okay. There's our gun and ammo. I'm curious if the lunch is still there, if this board is just imported. Okay. Good job, Grinch. Anyways, now that I have my gun... Here we go. No response. The soldiers are just like, eh. They do not care. Well, no, he didn't. Yeah, it's just trying to, like, really, really strongly escalate things, I guess, to turn it into a more traditional game. Like, I think it's just being a teenager and trying to be like, how do I make a game that's not about shooting people and is just about, like, racism? But we haven't fired a shot yet. You ain't taking me alive. Coppers, one step closer and off comes this laddie's head. I mean it. And uh-oh, that's Iman. Hey, stop there. This is too dangerous. That man is equipped with a gun and he is holding that child hostage. That's my son. Hey, you, unarm my son. Hey, hey, hey. It ain't another one of those... Is this your son? Come and get him if you think you are tough enough. Oh. Stop right there. This is none of your business. That's my son. He is my business. I have a gun, and I am going to stop this insanity. Come on, you. I'm ready to slaughter you like a goat. Get out of my way, kid. Well, I think you actually get a game over if you, like, talk to the cops. Okay, yeah, the soldiers. No? I think they're supposed to give you a game over, but they don't. The cops, however, they've got this arresting thing down. And by arresting, I mean game over, and then I get shot. So, you do have to resort to violence here. Don't talk to the police, it is good advice. Or the military, apparently. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. You can very much shoot the military and cops. I don't know how many times I have to shoot him until a hit properly registers, according to this. There we go. I'm not feeling so good, says the man who hijacked the school bus. There we go. Well, there we go. We got him. He does a little dance of death. That it? I know there's more than this. I guess maybe now it'll let me go back in my car. Where's my kid? I guess he's here. Honey, you're home. I was so worried. Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. But I don't think Dad is. The police are after him. Really? Why? What did he do? Iman was in danger, and I saved him, along with a busload of children. Sir, I have to place you under arrest for the murder of Harold Fowley. Oh dear, please don't say it's so. I'm afraid so. He was going to hurt Iman. I couldn't let him do it. And the police was just standing there. I cannot compromise with a lunatic. I'm sorry. Let's get moving. And this child's father is taken away. War between the anti-Muslims and the US military ended yesterday with a bang. Asa Hamad was arrested yesterday after shooting anti-Muslims leader Harold Fowley square in the head. Fowley hijacked a bus from Dresden Public School yesterday, and when police officers and US soldiers could do nothing but wait, Hamad took it to himself to stop Fowley. After the gruesome battle, Hamad fled the scene with his son Iman and was arrested in his apartment shortly after. Harold Fowley was believed to be the one responsible for the 5 deaths in the last week. Is this the end of the anti-Muslims? No one really knows. As long as this war against terrorism lasts, the streets won't be safe for anyone. Police still stress people to stay indoors at night and to never travel outside alone. Asa Hamad pled guilty to his crime and stated that it was the only sane thing to do. In times like these, it is hard to know what is sane and what isn't. Hamad has been sentenced to 20 years imprisonment with possible parole. This is Kathy Summers at KLH News, Dresden. Have a good morning. Yeah, so it's trying. I think there is definitely something to be said about how, I mean, you do get a gun and start shooting this guy, but it's very much a case of, like, the oppressed doing something and then being punished for it. But thank you for playing my summer 24 hours of ZZT entry. A lot of fun making this game. Yeah, it's a little far-fetched, but who knows? It could happen. Running short on time, so I can't say too much more. I hope you'd enjoyed it. I thank ZZ Blue for making this possible, even though I am a moron when it comes to war. The judges for not throwing this entry out, I hope. And to you for playing this. Bye-bye, the Grinch. And that's the Grin War. it kind of tries to expand its scope way too much, with the weird implication that the United States military is fighting on the streets of various cities. Yes, may we all consider ourselves morons when it comes to war. But on its own, I don't think this game would be anything all that special, but given the kind of ZZT games made in reaction to 9/11, it's a pleasant surprise to actually see something like this. There's good faith here, and just an attempt to be like, hey, we're kind of like really making things shitty for a lot of people who have nothing to do with this. I really do wish that this had gotten proper scoring back in the day, because I'm very curious what the reception was to this. Probably not a whole lot. I don't think anybody, like, in terms of actual gameplay for this contest and stuff, there's really not a lot here. It's just that it's attempting to deal with something important rather than just generic ZZT adventure. So that is going to be it, and that was barely a half an hour. So I do have one other little game. We're probably not even going to play the whole thing. Because when I was trying to find this one, I also came across this one, which is Operation Grub Hope. This one is from the fall 2001 24 Hours of ZZT contest with the topic of hope. And it is also related to the War on Terror, but this one goes for the generic array US propaganda side. It's not bad, it's just that kind of highly sanitized version of, well, this is what we're going to do in Afghanistan. We're going to help these people out. Story: the US is battling the Taliban in Afghanistan. They're also dropping food to the refugees on the ground. That's your job. So our job will be to drop food. Got idea, got better idea, started, ate, worked on stuff screen, finished level format. Thought something was stupid, added mini games, had some fun art. What I ate: Coca-Cola, Butterfinger BBs, peanut butter and jelly, and cereal. What they ate: wheat, vegetables. That's so ominous. What they didn't know what to do with: peanut butter. No Taliban were harmed in the making of this game, unfortunately. This one is just that low-key war propaganda game. Poor people are so hungry. I think so. Now that they have food, we're saved. And again, though, at the same time, this would have very trivially been, yeah, like, you are indeed bombing them with food. It would have been absolutely trivial to have it turn into a red fake when shot instead of making a boulder of food. You got 60 pounds of food. Press the down arrow to drop 10 pounds of food. Get as close to the Afghan refugee as possible. If you get enough food to the refugees, they'll be able to take over this area. And unfortunately, your plane is incredibly slow, so it's much better to... Also, it doesn't turn around when it turns around, which is some impressive tech. But if you are going to attempt to play this, it is much, much smarter to just start mashing the drop food button and burn it all at once. And here we go. Now we can see the results of our effort, which is also incredibly slow. I love the fighting, which is just objects moving randomly, and then I guess they stop after a certain point. as long as you get enough torches, you can just win. Hooray for America, I guess. They did it. These are some wild backgrounds, though. There we go. I did it. I dropped the food. Slowly count down our torches. Let's see. So this one is from 2001. I don't actually know for sure if KevEdit had that by then. This is like very early KevEdit days. Hello? Okay. We won. It doesn't actually get any more difficult, really. I imagine that the requirements are going up, but... this is a bit more what you would expect out of a 24 hours of CCT game. If you drop enough food, then everybody will love the United States. It's that simple. This horrible meter. Wait for it. There we go. They're confused. Ah, just kidding. Now we get to drop spinach bombs on the targets. They couldn't resist. I mean, it probably was. I don't remember hearing anything like that growing up, but... I don't exactly think we had the best portrayals of just everyday people attempting to live in Afghanistan in the late 2000s. It's the fun art. That's what this is. Very powerful blends. Like the messiest board I've ever seen. I can't really either. Catch the food minigame. Now, see? We get to see this war from all perspectives. You're a refugee. Catch food. This is difficult. Actually, because you move very slowly. If you hesitate even the slightest bit, you won't be able to catch the food. But it is still generous with how little you actually need to hit your targets. Whoop. Like, this is what you expect a kid's perspective to be on this. Like, putting this in comparison to GRINWAR. Like, I think that puts GRINWAR in a much more favorable light, honestly. Well, the armies will take turns attacking. You'll select your attack from a list on your turn. Ah, they used a bomb. Oh, there it is. They missed. Aha. USA's turn. Spinach bomb tater cannon, spinach bomb tater cannon, spinach bomb tater cannon, spinach bomb tater cannon. Let's tater cannon. Gotta see what that looks like. Powerful. I know for a fact they have more attacks than bomb. Let's try our own bomb. This is so slow. Ah, see, there we go. They've got sword. Sword and bomb. Oh, they hit us. You know, 20 years later, here we are. We can see the results of all our hard efforts. All our spinach bombs and tater cannons. So tedious. My viewer count has gone up since I've started streaming this one. I'm sorry, everybody. I will say, though, as somebody who was in the ZZT community not too long after this era, at the very least, the ZZT community was very much against the Iraq War, and very much not a fan of then-President George Bush. There's also, you know, a significant contingent of, like, Europeans in the community who were, yeah, I mean, except for this kid. But that's okay, we all make mistakes. Oh man, we still need one more hit, huh? There we go, we win. Are they flipping each other off? I can't tell what else this would be, but those don't look like fingers at all. Like, there's skin tones for the heads. What is this? Afghanistan won. Ah, okay. Oh. This is probably gonna get pretty not good, actually. Nope. Stabbed off a head, I guess. Wow, actually. Oof, I didn't play this entire game before, so I haven't seen this before. This sums it up actually pretty nicely. Very good joke. Ouch. Oof. You win! And not even a game over. That must have been the peanut butter. Only Americans can figure that out. So yeah, I mean, I don't have to tell anybody who's watching this what the American propaganda machine was like in 2001, 2002 for this kind of thing to just be made voluntarily by some kids. The numerous games you would find on like Newgrounds and other such sites. So, which is why, you know, I think Grinch's game is considerably better. It takes things much more seriously, even if it's still very over the top in ways. But that's the exciting world of current events in ZZT. Most stuff is going to be along this lines, if anything. It will be a young kid hearing a phrase and just running with it. So we get our Hillary's healthcare games, and I know there's a Redcoats game about the American Revolution. Honestly, I think next time we get the current events option, half tempted to just be like, I'm gonna play Evil Sorcerer's Party again, even though that'll take like 4 or 5 episodes at minimum. That game's actually good. It's a very difficult topic to find stuff for, actually. There's not a whole lot that comes to mind. And I mean, when this is what you get when you do find something. I haven't even looked at like the other games for the war topic, but I'm sure there's plenty more that draw from reality. It's a bit of a mess. But that's gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed these lovely games. That will do it for now. Thank you all for putting up with this. We will be back again on Sunday, where we will return to the high-quality game that you know and love, The Thief Part 3. We should hopefully be finishing that one finally. And moving on to something more fun. That poor game is just kind of falling apart. And we'll be back again. Actually, we've got one more game actually on the patron poll, so there's not going to be a patron poll for next week. The next in the set is just the children's entertainment fan game, which, hey, this, except instead of the Taliban, is Barney. That's what you're going to get, sorry. After that, I'm probably just going to... Oh dear. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for keeping that 1-year streak. I'm glad this is the stream to commemorate it on. Excuse you, Sailor Moon is for sophisticated adults. But actually, I do have access to Azzy's internal queue now, so there's plenty of weird fan games on there. I bet I can find something that might be fun for that topic if I really look. But that will do it for now. We're gonna start probably opening up the Friday stream polls. Here's what I have learned about my patrons. They love giving me money, and I like that. They don't like providing input, is the thing. So that works out for people who aren't giving me money. I will probably just like do a call for some general stream themes and mix and match with the patron ones that can be reused, and then we'll just shove them all together and just scramble them as needed and see what we get from there. Okay, I have lingered on this screen long enough. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Watch out for spinach bombs out there.